Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Peter Haskell, Bert Freed, Gary Owens. Tonight's episode, 20 Million Alibis.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your best Sunday night date, Gary Michaels. Pookie, pookie. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. Well, tonight we have a great panel of good guys and bad guys. No kidding, folks. Cops and robbers, real cops and real robbers. And they're going to be here to talk about their own experiences in crime and fighting crime. Now, the first guest I'd like to have you meet is one of the most colorful criminals ever to pull himself up out of the underworld. The former international jewel thief, safecracker, rogue of the Riviera, and now a best-selling author, Mr. Anthony Neal. Anthony. First thing Monday morning, folks, go out and buy Tony Neal's new book, I Confess, The Story of a Professional Thief. Or if you don't want to buy one, steal one. And my next guest, representing the side of law and order, the very distinguished jurist, Judge Eldon Curran of the State Court of Appeals. So here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. My third guest this evening, a product of the streets of Los Angeles, the police academy, 4 bullet wounds, and winner of the Medal of Valor, Detective Captain Ben Wyatt. Ben? Of course, Ben's going over to our commissary in just a few moments, and we'll see what makes Wyatt Earth. Thank you, and I'll be right back. Bill, take it away.
Gary will be right back with his first guest, Detective Ben Wyatt, and his special panel of cops and robbers, following this word from your local stations.
Where do you want me waiting? My dressing room?
Yeah, fine. He'll bring you out in 6 minutes on the button.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Five minutes, Mr. Neal.
Well, we can have dinner tomorrow night if she doesn't want me to pick her up at the airport. Good night, Charles.
Mr. Neal, you're on. Right now, please.
Yeah, sure, I'm right there.
You guys certainly do run on a timetable, don't you?
Captain, I know you're as eager to hear Tony Neal's opinions of your views as I am. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, a view of crime from the other side of the bars by a man who's been there twice and who perhaps should have been there even more, the retired thief and now best-selling writer, Mr. Anthony Neal. Anthony! Welcome aboard. Welcome.
Captain?
Well, Anthony, in your book on the first page, there are several interesting things. And how did you just get started in crime? Could you tell us?
Yes. In the first paragraph, I suggested that the most difficult thing facing any jewel thief is breaking into the business.
Your ID, please.
Yeah, sure. Can't be too careful, can you? Barnaby Jones.
Would you excuse me a minute? Hello, Barnaby.
Glad to see you're on it.
Yeah, you too?
Yeah, you don't catch me up this time of the morning with a tie on unless I'm working. General Western Insurance wanted me to
Mm-hmm. Look, come on out. It's a big one, Barnaby. Jackpot.
Plus a murder.
Mm-hmm. Richard Jason, butler. Probably surprised the thief. Or thieves.
Or he was the inside man who shouldn't have been so trusting. Is that the insured, Mrs. Morrison?
Carol Morrison divorced. A couple of times.
Any estimate on the loss?
We got a complete inventory.
Fast work, Ben.
Oh, not really. One diamond necklace. 40 marquee-shaped stones, total weight 45 carats. One diamond drop, pear-shaped, 10.5 carats. Put them all together, they spell 1 million pre-devalued dollars.
Any MO on the entry?
Computer's been working overtime this morning. We'll let you know when we know. You let us know?
Sure. Could you introduce me to Mrs. Morrison?
Why, sure.
But, Pierre, you've just got to work me in tomorrow. Shampoo set, the works. Oh, thank you, Pierre.
Miss Morrison, this is Barnaby Jones. He's a private investigator working for your insurance company.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Mr. Jones, what can an investigator do that the police can't?
Well, ma'am, let's put it this way. I probably have among my circle of acquaintances some people who would more readily pass along gossip or information to a civilian than to a police officer. The insurance file on your apartment here said you had a very excellent alarm system. Has it been giving you trouble lately?
It was shorted out.
I understand also that you keep most of your important jewelry in safe deposit boxes at the bank.
Yes, but I want to wear that necklace to the charity ball tomorrow night. Heck, I thought it'd be safe enough here for a couple of nights.
Ms. Morrison, an attractive woman like you, divorcee.
Mr. Jones, you're asking me if I'm having an affair and if a man has a key to the apartment.
Ms. Morrison, you get to the point like a wildcat going through a cane break.
The answer is no. No one else has a key. My butler did. I won't be staying here, Lieutenant. I'll leave word where you can reach me. You too, Mr. Jones.
Thank you very much, Ms. Morrison. You've been most cooperative.
Excuse me.
Can I look around, man?
Oh, absolutely. Anything you break, you buy.
You're on it for the insurance company?
Yep.
And who officially?
Ben Wyatt, you heard he made captain.
Yes, indeed. That news has reached me.
Sam, if somebody had wanted to buy the Morrison job, what would it have cost them?
Oh, $5,000 in cash would provide blueprints of the apartment, names of the security guards downstairs and their shifts, a photocopy of the wiring for the alarm system, telephone confirmation as soon as the apartment was empty. You know, sounds like the butler to me, Barnaby.
Thief killed him to shut him up? Could be. Sam, the insurance company wants that necklace back. They'll pay a lot of money to get it back. Now, if you should just happen to hear of its whereabouts.
Don't think I will, Barnaby. It's out of my league.
Sam, how many poodles you have to sell to lonely ladies to afford stuff like that?
It's still out of my league, and since it's murder, it's way out. Why don't you talk to Tony Neal? He used to be one of the $1 Million boys. Killing was never his style, and now that he's a rich author, he doesn't need to take chances like that anymore. But he still hears a lot. He won't think on anybody, but he might pass the word along that the insurance company is ready to deal.
Damn it. A publicity stunt, that's all. A simple publicity stunt. And 20 million people were going to see me on national television holding that necklace up, stolen under the noses of the best cop in the city and a state judge while we were on the air. That stupid butler. What did he have to come home so early for? Now he's dead, and I have a necklace that's going to end up being a rope around my neck.
Well, you can always give it to me, darling.
No, it could end up being a rope around your neck, too, Angela. I got to get rid of it somehow. Fence it overseas. I'll give you the money, Angie. It'll be a lot safer.
Hello?
Hello, this is Barnaby Jones. I wonder if I could make an appointment with Tony Neal for about 10 or 15 minutes of his time at his convenience.
Barnaby Jones? Does Mr. Neal know you?
No, he doesn't, but this business, I'm a private detective.
Just a moment, please. Tony, Barnaby Jones. He wants to see you for 10 or 15 minutes. He's a private detective. Well, what should I tell him?
Tell him that I'm too busy, that, No. No. Tell him that I'll see him. Tell him that I'll see him. Go ahead, set it up.
Mr. Jones, Mr. Neal does have this afternoon free. 2 o'clock would be fine. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Barnaby Jones to see Tony Neal.
One moment, please. Come in. We're in here, Mr. Jones. Okay. When do I end chapter 9? Is it after he gets into the Countess's bedroom?
No. He's already in the Countess's bedroom. Everything's going good, and then he hears the Alfa Romeo. That'll be the curtain.
Hello, Mr. Jones. I'm Angela, Mr. Neal's
How you
secretary.
do?
Tony Neal.
How do you do, Mr. Neal? I want to thank you for granting me the time. It's quite a setup you got on your front door, like a bank.
Yes. Tony believes that you can't tell criminals by their appearance. Excuse me.
Hey, that wasn't necessary.
Well, you know, I bought your book a long time before it became a bestseller, and I thought now might be a good time to get it autographed.
My pleasure.
Oh, what you got here? It looks like a toy store. Or, do-it-yourself breaking and entering.
My second book is a novel, Mr. Jones. I'm laying it all out realistically. The exact locks the hero is going to have to pick, distances that he'll be covering within the chateau, how far away the young heroine could actually hear a window being opened. There you are.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Well, to one professional from another. That's very flattering, thank you.
Well, it's just one reason that I wanted to meet you. I have never forgotten how you got the Sherman Troxell jewels back.
Sherman Troxell? Well, that's 17 years ago. Malibu. How'd you learn about that?
Well, where I was staying, I had a great deal of time to read.
Oh.
I'm curious, how did you happen to phone today? Did you catch the show last night?
No, I didn't see that. I'm sorry to say, it's a little past my bedtime.
Oh, it's too bad. We had a ball. Ben Wyatt was on the show with me. Usual deadpan approach. You know Ben.
Oh, sure. I just left him about an hour ago.
What are you two mixed up in?
Well, what I wanted to talk to you about, Ben's on the Morrison theft, and I'm on it, too, for General Western Insurance.
Oh, really? From the papers, it sounds brilliant. Don't get me wrong. I wish I'd done it myself. What can you tell me about it?
Well, no, that's about all there is to tell, but I wanted to ask you some questions about it.
For once, a perfect alibi. 20 million people were watching me on the show when the burglar was doing his work. 20 million people, if we can believe Gary Michaels about his ratings.
If you were still in the business, how would you have gone about pulling that off?
Well, that building is a condominium, isn't it? Pretty good security downstairs, of course. You'd buy your way through the lobby. I suppose she has a decent alarm system.
Omega B, 2 years old.
Jump it at the junction box. Again, buy the job from a hot man, $500. What about locks on the front door?
Patterson, 301.
Really? Oof. Well, that's good luck. I have one right over here. This double tumbler system is pretty good, but you can use a pick. That's the first step. And then a magnet, see? To hold the first set of tumblers in position. And then a tungsten pick to trip the second set of tumblers.
You're still pretty good. You sure you don't do a little moonlighting?
Well, I think about it, Mr. Jones. But my publisher and literary agent tell me I just can't afford it anymore. No, it's just professional curiosity. What's General Western offering for the necklace?
100, maybe up a little. Got any ideas?
Might be able to smoke it off of that. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Oh, about fences. Anybody come up in the world recently I wouldn't know about?
Mr. Jones, they come up so fast now, nobody can keep track. New sources of cash, new organizations taking over from the older established outfits.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, anyway, thanks a million, and I hope I didn't keep you away from your work too long.
Not at all. It was my pleasure. Oh, by the way, I want you to tell me anything you and Ben Wyatt turn up. Anything not confidential. I'm really interested.
Absolutely.
Thank you. This is what it's come to, living in a city these days. It's frightening.
You better never lose a combination of that. You're liable to starve to death up here.
Well, that wouldn't be a bad way to go now, would it?
You son of a gun.
I thought we were going to go to dinner and a movie. Are you still on that Tony Neal book? You already read it once.
Twice. I can't figure this guy.
Why? You think he stretches the truth a bit?
No, the book is strictly legit. Every one of these cases is a matter of record. I mean, I can't figure him today. I wonder what kind of razzle dust he thought he was throwing in my eyes.
Like what?
Oh, well, that amateur night theory of how the job was pulled. No thief that is smart enough to case Mrs. Morrison is going to buy the security guard in the lobby. That just means there'd be more people to talk. And he's not going to hire a hot man to short the alarm, because that means he's got himself a new partner he'll have to cut in or get rid of. And fences. He says he doesn't know any fences, old or new. Baloney.
Well, maybe he's the kind of guy who likes to put people on, especially the opposition, like you.
And if he does, maybe I'd like to ask a few questions.
Well, don't look at me, Barnaby. I just type and answer the phones. The movie? The prices go up to $2 at 7 o'clock.
They ran it through the police lab. Ben Wyatt says you can keep the set.
Did he mention any leads?
Well, not to me. I gathered he was hoping you'd come up with something.
guess I'll move in, Barnaby, if you insist. I mean, but it is a sacrifice, you realize.
Betty, tell me if I'm wrong. Now, here's a clock that the thief knocked over, presumably in a struggle with the butler. Here on this table is where Mrs. Morrison said the clock belonged. Catch is on the bottom.
Oh. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
The time on the broken clock gives us the exact time of the robbery, murder, and...
An alibi for the thief.
better than that. He made sure that the time on the clock was the exact time he desired because he didn't knock the clock off here accidentally. It was dropped deliberately straight down.
Well, how do you know that?
Well, look. See all these fragments here when it shattered? They're sprayed out in an almost perfect circle. That clock was dropped deliberately, kerplunk, straight down. He wanted us to assume that somebody over here during the fight or accidentally knocked the clock. But in order to do that, it would have had to sail all the way over to here and then crash. But then the pieces would have skidded on that way.
I'll buy that.
Wish I had more to sell you. Betty, let's see if I can sell you something else.
What?
Isn't that studio where they tape all the television shows just around the corner here? We're at Hollywood and Ivar.
No, the studio's on Vine, above Hollywood, diagonally back that way.
Gary Michael's show with Tony Neal last Sunday night.
Yeah.
The Morrison necklace last Sunday night.
What?
No, I know. I don't know where I'm going, but I don't like coincidences.
How? Why?
Don't ask so many tough questions. Answer a few. Now, how long do you think it would take to get from the stage door around the block into the lobby and up to this apartment?
Well, I have no idea where the stage door is, but I imagine if you walk 10 minutes and 20 minutes if you took a car.
I'm not going to imagine. I'm going to time it.
Seriously?
Unless it turns out to be stupid, then I was only kidding. You get on over to the theater and set up a running of the tape of the Gary Michaels show anytime, today or tomorrow. I'll see you over there at the theater as soon as I clock it.
Okay, I'll see you there.
Mr. Jones, I'm Marty Monaco, the technical director. The on-off switch is to talk to me, and the dial is to control the volume of the sound. Got that? Ready to roll?
Let's go.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your best Sunday night date, Gary Michaels.
Kooky, kooky, kooky. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. Well, tonight we have a great panel of good guys and bad guys. No kidding, folks. Cops and robbers, real cops and real robbers. And they're going to be here to talk about their own individual
I
experience.
admit I have no idea how long he was in the apartment. But with elevator time and walking around the block from the stage door to the lobby, if Mr. Neal is off camera for more than 10 or 11 minutes, I'm going to start asking some questions.
But Tony Neal's a successful lecturer and author now. Why would he want to take the chance?
It's a good question. No answer. Could you hold it right there a minute, Mr. Monaco? Is this an edited tape? What I mean is, 1 minute on the tape here, did it take longer than a minute in the studio?
No, sir. The program is exactly 1 hour long. The tape lasts 60.00 minutes. That includes commercials and station break.
Thank you. We can go now. I have 22. Now let's see exactly how long Mr. Neal was off camera.
Six minutes.
Okay, hold it, please.
Hold it, Jim.
What an eagle. A job such as the Morrison job that made the man his reputation. He is a big, fat eagle.
But he couldn't have done it, Barnaby. The 6 minutes he was off the screen, he probably spent in front of a mirror. Oh, look, his hair, it looks like he's ready for a screen test. His handkerchief's all tucked in neatly.
You run it again from Mr. Neal's first entrance?
Back up, I'll tell you when to stop.
There. You see? His hair's casual. The handkerchief's all floppy. Could you run it forward, please, to where Mr. Neal was sitting with Captain Wyatt?
You started up, Jim.
You see? Nice and neat. But what does it prove?
Well, let me ask you one. The stick pin.
What about it?
Look, where is it? He was wearing one when he was first introduced.
He sure was. But it's gone now. Would you mind running back to the intro again, please? All right, Tony Neal's a great safecracker, but he's not Superman. He couldn't have flown from here to there.
But Neal knows a little bit about geometry. He knows that a straight line is the shortest path between 2 points. And I know that walking around the block is a lot longer than taking a diagonal across the roof.
The roof?
The roof? Well, Mr. Jones, you take the door at the end of the stage to the elevator up to the 8th floor, down to the stairway, and it leads directly to the roof.
Thanks, and thanks for running the tape for me.
No trouble.
Eddie, why don't you go back to the office? I'll see you in a couple hours.
All right, anything I can do while I'm there?
Yes, call Sam Cassell at the pet shop and see if he's heard anything new.
Well, how do you plan to do that?
Well, we're going to have a lot of pre-publicity on the show, see, and we'll have glossies and we'll have the whole thing. Now, the reviewers loved it. Everybody loved the show. The ratings were great, but next time it's going to be even higher when we just...
Mr. Neal! How are you, Mr. Jones? Nice to see you again. Barnaby Jones, this is Gary Michaels.
Well, yes, sir. A pleasure.
Yes, I recognize Mr. Michaels. Say, I finally got around to seeing that great show the two of you did. I just came from the projection room.
Well, Sunday night show. Well, that's great. We were just talking about that, but why did you see that one, Mr. Jones?
Well, Mr. Jones is a private investigator, Gary.
Oh, I see.
And a great fan of Mr. Neal. You know, Ben Wyatt is an old friend of mine, and I'd missed the show, and I wanted to see it, so Ben set it up for me.
Well, that's great. You know, I was thinking, a private investigator. I want to do a repeat of that cops and robbers idea, and love to have a private eye. Maybe we can talk to you about it.
Sure, love it. Thanks, and congratulations. You know, there are a lot of swell moments all through that tape.
Oh, thank you. How are you and Ben coming along in the Morrison case?
Well, I don't have anything, and I don't hear him bragging either, so I guess he came up empty, too. You know, Mr. Neal, whoever planned that thing, he could write a book.
Any day now, Mr. Jones, I'm going to get in touch with you. And in the meantime, why don't you and Tony talk things over?
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Bye-bye. You know, what a great idea that would be with a private eye, a gentlemanly sort, not the old, raincoat, D's, dem, and does.
Listen, Gary, I thought that those tapes were all erased.
No, the network keeps them for reference. So far as I know, they keep them all.
Espresso, Gregory. Dessert, anyone? Betty? Angela?
No, thank you, not for me.
Another glass of milk, please.
Angela, I'm sure the gentleman will excuse us.
They usually do.
Even when Angela is walking away from you, there still is a certain amount of enjoyment.
She's a very lovely young lady. I assume that Gary Michaels was serious when he asked me to be on the show.
Absolutely. That's why he wanted me to sit down with you, find out what you want to say, axes to grind.
No, I'm not a commentator, just a detective, and I thought we might have some fun.
That's exactly what I told him. I mean, you seem like a relaxed kind of guy, loose.
Why not? You know, you've been on a lot of these shows, and I wanted to ask you about clothes. You know, color, a suit, a pattern. What about a tie like this?
What you have on right now is fine. Some herringbones checks aren't very good. You have any jewelry that might flare?
You mean might flash in the lens?
Yeah, give a bad light bounce, like a big spender's diamond pinky ring, or... Well, take me, for example. Sunday night show, I was wearing a stick-pin diamond horseshoe. Used to fool around with the ponies. Anyway, after Gary introduced me, one of the assistants came over and told me to take it off. I was giving a bad reflection. I had it on earlier today. But, Angela didn't think it looked very good with this shirt and tie. Now, that kind of criticism I can live with.
I'm not knocking a good meal. It was always kind of fun. But Tony Neal never does anything unless he's got an ulterior motive.
That stick pin is really bothering you, isn't it?
All the way. One of the assistants told me to take it off because it was flaring the lens. I had it on earlier, but Angela said it didn't match my tie and shirt, so I took it off. Why did he go back to the projectionist?
Well, maybe it's like Monaco told me. Gary Michaels and Tony were extremely flattered that you wanted to see the show.
He heard that we ran that tape backwards and forwards for the whole first 10 minutes of it. He just wanted to find out if we learned anything.
No, Barnaby, I don't know. I think you're reaching.
Yeah. I'd like to reach a little further. or come up about 3 minutes shorter. You can turn the light on. Oh, call Sam Cassell. Ask him if he can see me within the next hour.
All right.
Captain Wyatt, please. Oh, Ben? Oh, hello. This is Barnaby. Ben, I need a little help. Can you get me a blueprint of the air conditioning ducts and general utility layout of the Hollywood TV theater? Yeah, there is something sticking me, and if it all adds up, I'll fill you in on it. Thanks, Ben.
Sam Cassell says anytime. What was that all about?
About 3 minutes.
I could get a half a dozen jewelers downtown or in Beverly to duplicate it, but I need it done in a few hours and by somebody who won't talk. Will I say Sam sent me?
Well, like chicken soup, it can't hurt. What games are you and Tony Neal out to?
Lost and found. I think that he thinks that I think he lost it. He thinks that I think he found it. Thanks.
Hello.
Angela, this is Betty Jones.
Hello, Betty. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Barnaby and I wanted to thank you and Tony for the delightful evening. It was certainly nice meeting you.
We all enjoyed it. I'll tell him. Thank you.
Angela, is Barnaby there?
Barnaby? No. Is he supposed to be?
Well, he thought he might try and catch Tony. Listen, Barnaby's been expecting some very important papers. Well, they're blueprints, actually, and the messenger just brought them. So if he shows up or calls you, will you tell him that I'm going to take them over to the television studio myself and leave them in dressing room D?
Sure, Betty. Dressing room D. All right. What kind of blueprints?
Oh, he'll know. And listen, thank you again. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, Mr. Neal. Here you're taping another show for Michaels today with that Barnaby Jones, too.
Yeah. Hi. I guess I got the wrong dressing room. Is something wrong with the air conditioning?
No, just exploring.
For what? What are you looking for?
Well, this is the dressing room you used the last time, isn't it?
Are you crazy? I was on the air.
I know you were. But you're the only professional in the business with the brain, the physical ability, who had the opportunity to case the Morrison layout.
Barnaby, I'm retired.
So was I.
You really mean that you think that I crawled up inside there, wherever that leads to, and got to the Morrison place and back last Sunday night?
Want to see how I figure?
I would be delighted. After you, Alphonse.
Be careful where you put your fingers. I might step on them.
Pretty good for an old goat.
Comes from leading a clean life.
If this ever leads anywhere, I've got my next book.
Well, so far so good.
I can hardly wait to see what happens next.
80 seconds to right here, and right over there is Carol Morrison's apartment.
Oh, that's nice. Are you out of your mind? What was I supposed to do, sprout wings and fly over there?
How about a rope or a wire? I read your book. You've done it before. I think you're the thief, all right, Neil.
You don't have any proof, do you, Barnaby?
I didn't, not until a couple of minutes ago. When you walked into dressing room D, because you knew that was the only place in the building where a man could get into the one air shaft to the roof. And you knew that the blueprints that proved it were going to be there. Now, you nailed yourself, Tony.
Barnaby, Barnaby, Barnaby. That still isn't proof that I've ever been up in this roof before.
That may not be, but this is. I found it at the edge of the roof where it probably dropped out of your tie. I kind of figured that you'd lost it after the way you made a big thing of waving it under my nose at the dinner. Proof?
Old man, no one is ever gonna know that.
Too bad. Once a thief, always a thief, I guess. But a murderer? I thought you were smarter than that.
You don't understand, Barnaby. I wasn't even gonna keep it. Stealing that necklace was a publicity stunt for the book.
Until the murder.
Accidental murder, there's a difference.
Not to the dead man.
Hey, Barnaby, one question.
What?
That stick pin, how'd you happen to find it up there?
Never did, Ben. If he can make a duplicate, I can make a duplicate. Right?
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production. Starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Shera. With guest stars James Olsen, Stephen Keats, Gregory Harrison, special guest star Christine Belford. Tonight's episode, Blood Vengeance.
Barnaby Jones' office. May I help you? Well, yes, he is. Just a second. Someone wants to talk to Big Cousin Barnaby. Would that be you?
There's only one of my relatives that calls me Big Cousin. Hello. Is this my little cousin, Monroe from Chicago?
You betcha. I finally made it to Los Angeles. Just now got off the plane.
Well, I'll be doggone. Why didn't you let me know you were coming?
Well, the trip came kind of sudden-like. I got a lead on the man that shot my partner 6 years ago, Barnaby.
I thought the Chicago police had given up on that case.
Yeah, they did. I'm out here on my own time. Look, why don't I get situated in a motel? I'll give you a call, and maybe we can get together later.
Motel? You're not going to any motel. You're going to be my house guest here as long as you want to stay. Now, tell me what airline you came in on, and I'll be right over to pick you up.
I'm at Transcon. I'll meet you out in front of the terminal.
I'll be right over. Little cousin. Haven't seen him in 20 years. Oh, Betty, you better proofread this.
All right.
I'll be back in a little while.
Ritter, what are you doing here?
I couldn't wait to talk to you. I gotta speak to you now. Come on, let's get out of here. There's too many people here. Let's get out of this crowd, huh? Come on, what are you being so hard-nosed for all of a sudden? We're supposed to be on the same team, aren't we?
Turn around.
Look, I thought you and me had a deal, huh? I'm supposed to help you find the guy who killed your partner, and you're supposed to get me square with the parole board in Illinois.
I just don't like things getting switched around, that's all. We're supposed to meet later today at a place that I picked, remember? Now, come and show up here.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. Look, I've been following Cahill ever since I phoned Jen. Well, I think he spotted me.
You're a real loser, aren't you? What'd you do, get him running again?
No. I think he's following me. Look, there was this car parked outside of my place last night, and then again this morning. I think I'm being tailed.
His ID says he's Monroe Jones, Sergeant, Chicago PD. You say he's a relative?
My cousin. I talked to him on the phone not 20 minutes ago.
Sorry, Barnaby. Were you very close?
Saw each other once in a blue moon, but he was kin. Monroe was a street cop in Chicago for over 20 years. How does a thing like this happen to him?
Well, he couldn't carry his gun aboard the plane, so he packed it in his suitcase. It's still there. Looks like he was trying to get to it when he was shot.
Any witnesses?
Nobody even heard the shot. The killer must have used a silencer. You got any idea what this is about?
No, only what he told me on the phone. He was out here still looking for somebody who had killed his partner 6 years ago. Looks like he found him. Well, I better get on with it.
Get on with what?
I've got to tell his son. I'd rather take a whipping than make this call, Lieutenant. Hello, operator. I'd like to make a long-distance call, please.
Where's Barnaby? Is he in?
Yes, he is, but hey, wait a minute. Barnaby, I'm sorry. I couldn't stop him.
It's all right, Betty. It's been a long time, but unless I miss my guess, this is Jedediah, Cousin Monroe's boy from Chicago. Good afternoon, Jedediah. Kind of surprising to see you here.
What did you think? I'd be back home sitting on my hands while the guy who murdered my father runs around loose?
No. I can see you wouldn't be doing that.
Man hasn't had a vacation in over 10 years, ever since my mom died. All of a sudden, he gets a call, and the guy who blew up his partner, he goes off and gets himself killed. On his own time.
Are you all right?
I'll be terrific. Just great. As soon as the guy who did this gets nailed. So what are you doing about this, Cousin Barnaby? It's been 7 hours since my father was murdered. 7 hours. And from what I can see, you're just sitting around your office not doing a damn thing about it.
Oh, now hold on. Listen, I realize you're upset, but that's not fair, and it's not true either.
It's all right, Betty. I can speak for myself. Matter of fact, I was just going over this file.
What is this?
It's a Chicago police file on that shooting 6 years ago in which your father's partner was killed.
How'd you get a hold of this?
Twisted a few arms and bent a few rules.
Dad had a blow-up of this on his desk at the station and at home. Getting KO was really an obsession with him.
Maybe you can fill in the gaps for me between 6 years ago and now.
Look, I will tell you anything you want to know, and what I can't tell you, I will find out for you. Listen, I'm really sorry about the way I just came charging in here just now. That's all right.
We're all kind of wound up about this thing. Maybe it would calm us down a little if we had a bite to eat. Unless it's too early for you, Jedediah.
No, I guess not. Still on Chicago time.
Well, let's go.
Yeah, it's Richie. Richie, it's Tony. Oh, listen, man, I got problems. You gotta do me a favor.
What are you talking about, favor? I'm your brother, remember? You name it. If I got it, it's yours.
Remember that place we met at Saturday night? I want you to meet me there right away.
Okay, sure. I'm on my way. Is that the favor?
I'll tell you when I see you. And Richie.
Yeah.
Make sure nobody's following you, huh?
Just a hamburger for me. You know, when I first heard about that, I felt like somebody kicked me in the gut. Still does.
Yeah. Well, Jedediah, you just gotta give it time.
Yeah, sure.
So, you graduated from law school?
Yeah, I'm preparing for the bar right now. Look, can we get on with this? How much does this report have on Walter Cahill?
Well, according to this, the last anyone saw of Cahill, he was running from an underground garage of a Chicago Loop hotel after having shot and killed a policeman.
He got away with $500,000 worth of diamonds that he took from a jewelry salesman. You know, even after fencing Those gems, he could have wound up with enough of a stake to disappear somewhere and start a new life for himself.
You think he did that?
That's what I would have done if I burned a cop. Dad. You know, he never really forgave himself for not sticking with his partner that night.
But it says in here that he went back to the car and radioed for backup units because he knew Cahill was still in the hotel.
I know, but he still blamed himself. That's why he kept on looking for Cahill. It's like a crusade with him. I used to think it was bananas on the subject, but you better believe it's my crusade now.
What was the lead that brought Monroe out here?
Some small-time hood named Tony Ritter. He jumped bail back in Chicago. Dad got a call from him last night. Ritter knew Cahill from the old days. Anyway, Ritter said he spotted Cahill in L.A. and he would finger him if Dad would square things with the parole authorities.
What do you know about Tony Ritter?
What do I have to know? All I have to do is find him. He'll lead us to Cahill. It's simple.
Yeah, we could probably find Tony Ritter all right, but after that, Jedediah, it may not be all that simple.
Hey, Tony.
Oh,
Hey, man. What's going on with you? Some spooky phone call.
Spooky ain't the half of it, man. There's some guy that is trying to blow me away.
Kill you?
He took 2 shots at me this morning. Look, I gotta get out of town. You got any bread?
Right now, I'm pretty lean, man, but I'm drawing my pay Thursday for the big plumbing job I've been doing.
I could be dead by Thursday. Can't you ask your boss for an advance, some money, something?
I can try, Tony. I don't know if it's gonna work out. The guy doesn't know me that well. I worked for him for 2 weeks. I'll do it. I mean, I'll try to get the money from him. Look, if there's anything else that I can do, just tell me. I'll do it.
Come on.
Barnaby, what are we gonna do? Wait around here all morning?
Well, I hope not. That depends.
On what?
Well, when my informant comes by.
You mean that's what we're doing here? We're waiting for a pigeon? Oh, come on, Barnaby. Why don't we go out and look for him instead of just sitting around here?
I wouldn't know where to start looking this time of day. See, my informant is in and out of a lot of bars along here.
In and out of bars? Sounds like a lush.
Well, as far as I know, seldom takes a drink.
Either that or...
Hi there, Mr. Jones.
Morning, Sue Ellen. Oh, this is my cousin's son, Jedediah, from Chicago.
Pleased to meet you, Jedediah.
Just call me JR. Almost everyone does.
Sure, JR it is. Something I can help you with, Mr. Jones?
We're looking for a man, Sue Ellen.
Well, that's what I do best, they tell me. Any particular man?
You know a fellow named Tony Ritter, just out here from Chicago recently?
Small world, yeah. But I haven't seen him around lately. Seen his brother, though.
Tony had a brother?
Yeah, Richie, but I didn't know he was out here, too.
Any idea where Tony lives, Sue Ellen, or Richie?
Oh, gosh, honey, I wouldn't know that.
What about jobs? They must work.
Well, Richie works, I guess. Yeah, you know, he must be a working man, because sometimes he comes around wearing overalls.
Anything special about the overalls? Name sewed on, anything like that?
No. But yeah, there's this picture on the back, and it's one of those things that you turn on the handle and the water comes out.
Faucet?
Yeah, that's it. And underneath it says plumbing. Yeah, plumbing. Does that help any?
Yeah, helps a lot, thanks.
Don't mention it. Nice to meet you. Remember, any friend of Mr. Jones is a friend. Know what I mean?
Barnaby Jones' office, may I help you?
Hello, Betty. I got a chore for you. Call the local plumbers union and see if you can find out where a Richie Ritter is working.
Tom? Would you like to have breakfast out here?
Oh, yeah, sure. Only all I want is juice and coffee. I've got to get into the office a little early today.
Again, honey, you work too hard. That's not the way it's supposed to be when you marry the boss's daughter. You're supposed to go in late and sit around all day and flirt with secretaries.
No kidding. You mean I've been doing it wrong all these past 5 years?
Absolutely. But it's not too late to change. So, I'll get you juice and coffee.
Okay. Hello?
Hello, am I talking to Thomas Brenner?
Who is this?
Is this the Thomas Brenner, also known as Walter Cahill? The guy who's been taking pot shots at me since yesterday morning?
I think you've got a wrong number.
Don't you hang up on me. You want me to call the cops?
What do you want?
That's better. You know what, the way you've been doing your best to try to waste me, I suppose I really ought to turn you in. It goes against the grain, you know what I mean?
I'm listening.
Well, if you're tired of chasing me around, maybe you'd be willing to come up with a little money. You know, then I'd fade out of town for good. You know, I mean, leave L.A. and get out.
I see. Well, we might be able to work out something along those lines. How much did you have in mind?
10 grand and I'm gone. You throw in another 5. Not only will I get out of the state, I'll get out of the country. Maybe Mexico.
That sounds more attractive to me. I'd very much like that kind of deal.
Okay, you got 2 hours to put the cash together. I'm gonna phone you at your office and set up a meet. And any hang-ups along the way, any at all, Cahill, and I'm gonna phone the cops and tell them all about the secret life of Walter Cahill. It's kind of funny, ain't it? 2 hours, Cahill.
We'll run up to the next one.
Hey, Ritter. Phone call for you.
Sounds like the same guy that's been trying to reach you for about an hour and a half.
Yeah. Richie, it's Tony. Listen, I turned the whole thing around. You know this guy that's been gunning after me? Well, I phoned him, and he's gonna pay me off. Now, what do you say you quit that job and you and me head for Mexico today as soon as I collect?
Hey, slow down. Tony, you're not gonna meet that guy.
Listen, wait a minute. I didn't tell you the best part. The payday is 15 big ones, kid. 15 cow.
I don't like it, Tony. I mean, how do you know he's not just getting you alone someplace so he can...
We're not gonna be alone. I'm meeting him at a big shopping center out in Bay Ridge. There are gonna be people all over the place. He wouldn't try anything there.
I don't know. I got a bad feeling about it, Tony. Tony? Don't go, huh?
I gotta go, kid. I can't keep our money waiting. Relax. It'll be a piece of cake. See ya.
Tony, wait. Richie!
You could have saved yourself a lot of running, Mr. Ritter. Just wanted to talk to you. My name is Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator. Had a hound dog like that back in Tennessee. He was a fool for chasing rabbits. Used to chase them in a great big circle. Just stood in one place, your meat would come right to you. Hold it, Jedediah. That's...
You don't think this creep is gonna volunteer information, do you?
Mr. Ritter, I'm sorry about Jedediah. He's upset because his father was murdered yesterday. Unless I miss my guess, the man who did the killing is the man that's looking for your brother. Is that the reason you took off when you saw us coming?
I'd already been shot at once with Tony yesterday.
Did you see who did the shooting? Where's your brother now? The only reason we want to know is we'd like to get to him before Cahill does, because if we don't, well, your brother's probably told you the kind of a man Cahill is.
Well, that's what's so crazy about it. Tony going to meet Cahill.
He's gonna what?
Some kind of deal going down. Tony's getting money from Cahill to keep quiet and to get out of town.
Where? Where's the meeting?
Bay Ridge Plaza, big shopping center.
What kind of a car did your brother drive?
An old beat-up two-door, white.
That's far enough. How does it feel to be on the other end of the rope, you creep?
Oh, relax. It's all just like you ordered. 15,000 in small bills. Makes a nice bundle, doesn't it?
Open it. Put it on the hood.
Right here?
That's right. Now turn around and disappear, sucker.
Have fun in Mexico, but don't drink the water.
There he is. Looks like Tony Ritter ain't as deal with Cahill.
Yeah. And it blew up in his face.
I know he wasn't much. He's in and out of trouble all his life. But He was my brother, you know? My big brother.
Did Tony spend the night here?
After we got shot at, yeah. He was here all last night and this morning after I went to work. He never told me what was going on. He was trying to protect me, I guess.
He probably set up the Cahill payoff by phone from here, since the phone company keeps a record of toll calls.
Except I haven't got a phone. So we'd have to have used the payphone out in the hall.
Well, there goes out lead. No record of calls on a payphone, right?
Well, it wouldn't do any harm to check in case he made any long-distance calls. They might remember.
Barnaby, you got any friends at the phone company?
Hold it.
Uh-huh. Whoever wrote this was pretty interested in that last number there.
You recognize the handwriting?
Yeah, it's Tony's.
Well, thank you, Richie. You've been a big help.
Rich, listen, man, I'm really sorry about your brother. Really. I know how you feel.
Well, maybe we better see what we got here. Oh, hello. Who'd you say this was? Thank you. Thank you very much. Martinson Building Supply Company.
Does that mean anything?
The Martinson Company has a big office building out in the Topanga area near where Tony was killed. They do a big business in explosives for construction job.
Well, I can't be sure. Underneath all that hair, it could be any one of 3 or 4 of the men working here. And no one's named Cahill.
Well, which 3 or 4? It's very important, please.
Well, it looks quite a bit like our Mr. Thompson. But then it could just as easily be Mr. Talbot or Mr. Brenner. I'm sorry I can't be more definite.
That's perfectly all right. We're much obliged. You've been a big help. Maybe your personnel department could narrow it down.
Oh, they're right through that door, second door on the left.
Thank you. Thank you.
What were those two after?
They're doing some kind of investigation. They showed me an old police photo and asked if it looked like anyone who works in the office.
Did it?
Well, like I said, with a lot of imagination, it could have been Jim Thompson or Mr. Talbot, or even you, Mr. Brenner.
Oh, even me. Maybe my lurid past is catching up with me.
Oh, yes, I'm sure.
Carol, this is Mr. Brenner. Look, I'm afraid you're going to have to cancel my appointments today. Something came up unexpectedly. No, not tomorrow. I may be out of town for several days. Yeah, thank you.
No, I told you, Tom came here from Miami. He's not from the Chicago area at all. Really, I wish you'd discuss this with him.
Yes, we tried to do that at his office, but his secretary said that he was out of town.
Well, I don't understand that at all.
You mind looking at this picture?
I suppose so, if it will convince you that Tom is not the man you're looking for. This man is a criminal.
That's right. Could the man in that photo be your husband?
Mrs. Brenner, what do you think? Is that Thomas Brenner?
No, I've never seen him before.
Are you sure of that?
Yes, I'm sure. And I resent all of this very much. Will you please leave? Both of you, please.
Yes, of course. Sorry to have troubled you, ma'am.
Hello?
It's me, Laws.
Tom?
What's the matter? You sound upset.
There were two men here just now. They showed me a police photograph. It was you in the photograph, wasn't it?
The two men, what did you tell them?
I told them they must have you confused with someone else. I lied.
Good. Lois, meet me at the Spindrift, at the marina. Just meet me. I'll explain everything.
At the Spindrift. All right, Tom.
You're right, of course. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was me in the police photo. Or anyway, the man I used to be.
Then you do have a record, and you're wanted now.
Yeah. I've got a past. And one I'm not proud of, believe me. But it has nothing to do with the way I am now. I've changed since then, Lois. Thanks to you, I'm a different man now.
I want to believe you.
I know this must be such a shock for you.
I lived with you for 5 years. I thought I knew you better than I know myself.
I love you, Lois. That hasn't changed. If you never found out about my past, it wouldn't have made any difference, would it?
No, I guess it wouldn't.
Lois, what we were talking about before, a different kind of life, away from all the pressures. Well, I want that now, for both of us. If you still want me.
Whatever you did before, I love you now.
Lois, this business of my past, if it should be catching up with me now, well, Santa Barbara isn't far enough. We might have to go farther, a lot farther, and not look back.
You mean leave my family, all our friends?
It's possible that it might come to that. Could you do it?
I don't know. If we have to.
No. Forget about it. There's another way. I'll handle this so we won't have to worry about that anymore.
Now, those 3 names that you got from the receptionist at Martinson's Building Supply. The 2 first, Thompson and Talbot, check out all the way down the line. They are who they say they are, and they came from where they say they did.
That leaves Thomas Brenner.
The owner's son-in-law. The story on him is he came from the Miami area about 5 years ago, used the money that he got from a sale of a demolition business and bought into Martinson Supply.
Baloney. He used the money from the jewel heist for that.
It's very possible. Because according to that nice Southern gentleman down at the Dade County Hall of Records, there's nothing to show that Thomas Brenner ever owned or sold such a business in Miami. I think Thomas Brenner's a phony.
Brenner is Walter Cahill, all right? There cannot be any more doubt about that.
Seems to fit all right, especially when you delve into Cahill's record. Find out that he was once convicted for safe blowing. That ties in with the manner in which Tony Ritter was killed.
All we have to do is find it. Betty.
No answer at the Brenner household.
Well, it hardly seems likely that he'd be sitting around the phone waiting to hear from us. I think I'll go back to the Martinson office and see if Mr. Martinson knows where to locate his son-in-law. Want to come along, Jedediah?
For what? Martinson's just going to cover for him like Cahill's wife did.
Yeah, but it's worth a try. Sure you don't want to come along?
Nah, you go ahead.
I'll see you later, Jedediah.
Hello?
Mrs. Brenner?
Mrs. Brenner, this is J.R. Jones. Listen, it's very important that I talk with your husband. Is he at home right now?
Well, no, he isn't. He said he was driving up to Santa Barbara this morning. He had some property to look at.
I see. Where exactly in Santa Barbara, do you know?
In the Montecito area, I think, on Hillview Drive.
Okay, thank you. That's all I need to know.
Is this where he is? What are you doing? JR, that's Barnaby's.
Don't worry, I'll take good care of it.
JR, you don't have a license to carry a gun.
I got a father on a slab in the morgue. It's all the license I need.
JR, please. No, you are going to stop and pick up Barnaby, aren't you?
Betty, it has nothing to do with Barnaby anymore, just Cahill and me.
JR, please don't go by yourself.
Oh, Mr. Jones, I've been looking for you.
Yes?
Your office phoned and said it was urgent that you call in right away. You can use this phone if you like.
Oh, thank you very much.
Barnaby Jones' office?
Oh, Betty, you were looking for me?
Yes, it's JR. He's on his way to Santa Barbara, hot on Cahill's trail. Barnaby, he took your spare gun. There was nothing I could do about it.
Where in Santa Barbara?
Montecito area. Hillview Drive.
Brenner, you in there? I want to talk to you.
So turn around and talk. Where's the other man? I thought the two of you would come together.
Let's have a little talk with your father-in-law. Got a feeling you're in for some major life changes, Brenner. Or Cahill. If you live, that is.
Pretty mouthy for somebody at the wrong end of a gun. Lean up against that wall. Go on, move. And spread out.
Cahill!
I hope for your sake that boy's all right. You've done enough to hurt the Jones family already. You all right, JR?
Yeah, I'm okay. I guess.
I don't know, Barnaby. What do you think? Think he's found his appetite yet?
You probably have time for a little dessert before your plane leaves. What do you say, Jedediah?
Sure do. Anyway, there's always another plane, right? By the way, I want to thank you for saving my neck.
Yeah, you did cut a little fine for comfort there. I'm glad I got there in time.
Well, you were right about taking it nice and slow and easy. Guess I kind of went in there a little too eager. Almost got myself killed.
Well, who would have known that Cahill qualified for a black belt in karate? I may have had trouble with him myself.
Well, I certainly found out. Now, I'll tell you something. Really beginning to like it out here. I don't know, I think I might want to stick around a while.
That's a great idea. What about it, Barnaby? We can always use some extra help, can't we?
Don't you have to go back to Illinois and study for the bar?
Well, I can always start studying for the California bar. Guess it can't be any tougher for a young lawyer out here than it is back home. Now, if you could just pay me enough money to live on,
Well, now, how can you say no? I mean, after all, he is kin.
Haven't said no yet. Gotta think about this. You know, kin or no kin, you would have to earn every dollar of your wages. And occasionally take some advice from somebody older and more experienced. Because you do tend to be muley now and then.
well, that trait kind of runs in the family.
What'd you say?
Nothing. You got yourself a deal.
To the three of us?
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen, also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Shearer, with guest stars John Rubinstein, John Lenn, Susan Sullivan. Tonight's episode, Deadline for Dying.
late, Mr. Christopher. I was about to leave.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a little bit turned around back there. It's pretty rough country up here. Thanks for waiting for me, though. I'm sorry. This won't take a second.
No. Absolutely not. I don't want my voice identified on that recorder.
All right. It's your game, Mr. Ross. We'll play it by your rules.
Are you sure you weren't followed here?
I swear to you, there's nothing on my tail but dust. Now, did you bring that map? Hey, relax. We got 40,000 acres of privacy. All right, could you show me where that area is that they call by that code name, Blue Hill?
It's right here. It's that elevation you see right up there.
Okay, Mr. Ross. How about some names?
I don't have any names.
Oh, come on. I'm a newspaper man. I told you, I'll protect the secrecy of my sources right down to the grave.
That's an ill choice of words, Mr. Christopher. My source of information has expressed a very real fear of getting killed if this isn't handled properly.
All right, but you're a member of the State Land Board. It makes perfect sense.
And that's the only reason that I'm talking to you. I believe that I was tricked into voting what I thought was in the public interest.
All right, but even so, as a member of the board, it makes perfect sense that you should have some knowledge of the names yourself. See, the last time we spoke, you said that the Land Ecological Association was backed up by about $1 million from a private source. And that's what helped them stop the Stonehurst Company from taking all this over and turning it into a big ski resort. Now, is that true?
I'm convinced now that's a fact. This other group wants it for its own purposes.
Now, it sounds to me like you've got members of your own board who are being bought and paid for. Who are they?
I don't know yet.
Mr. Ross, if I don't have names, I don't have a story. Now, is your deep throat going to come through for you or not?
I think if I can give you the names that you'll need within 24 hours, she promised.
She?
What?
You just said she.
No. You misunderstood me. Now, look, no more. Not now. Don't try to contact me. I'll be in touch.
Say, fella, you know what you just did?
What?
You just talked yourself to death.
Ben used to say, better get a new picture for the office, Maureen. People are beginning to ask if you're my daughter.
Well, is this all?
I guess. 2 boxes for 20 years. You've got to find out who did this, Mr. Jones.
I'll certainly do my best.
Believe me, I am not imposing on Betty's friendship. I'm hiring you. This was not an accident. Ben was either murdered or he... I just want you to find out.
We were told by the sheriff that someone called in who did not identify themselves and said that your husband's body was seen lying at the base of the cliff.
But who? I mean, who wouldn't identify himself?
I sent someone out to the sheriff's substation to see if they could learn anything. deputy said there was nothing suspicious.
I know an accident apparently fell while inspecting property his commission was involved in.
You said that your husband was either murdered or... And you kind of left the or hanging there. Did that mean anything?
I might as well say it. There might have been another woman.
Maureen, no.
Please, Betty, it's been driving me crazy. But I mean, sometimes, you know, when men reach Ben's age, they become vulnerable.
Why do you say that about Ben?
I was coming from the market a couple of weeks ago, and I went to make a phone call, and Ben was on the other phone, talking to a woman and making a date to meet her.
Maureen, that could have been completely innocent.
He said it was his secretary. I know Beatrice's voice, and it wasn't her.
I'm sorry, am I interrupting?
Yes, but I'm getting used to it. Mr. Ross, this is Jedediah Jones.
It's J.R. How do you do?
How do you do?
The J is for Jedediah, that's pure Tennessee. The R is for Romano of the Chicago Romanos.
Yeah, see, I always eat my lasagna with a side order of grits.
Got anything new?
Well, it's a routine accident report, Barnaby. But I thought you might be interested in this.
It's Ben Ross's car?
Mm-hmm. Exactly where they found it. Question, why is the door open?
Well, he could have stepped out to look at something or meet somebody.
Right. So I asked if the key was in the ignition, and it wasn't. They found it in his pocket.
Well, he could have come back to the car, opened the door to get in. Did Ben have any appointment book that might tell us whether or not he went out there to meet somebody that day?
You know, I thought something was missing. Ben had a daily ledger, and he kept it religiously. Beatrice?
Yes?
I can't seem to find Ben's daily ledger. Have you seen it?
Why, no. He always kept it there near the telephone.
Has anyone else been in here?
Just that young reporter from the Chronicle.
Reporter?
Well, yes, Larry Christopher. He said he was doing a story on a dedicated public servant. I didn't think you mind. I let him look through things.
I don't like it, Elliot. Larry's making some moves that could embarrass the Chronicle if this whole thing turns sour. First reporting a death anonymously, then swiping the guy's appointment book.
Oh, come on, Max. This is the new journalism.
Don't give me that. I was hijacking grand jury records before you were born.
All right, fellas. Let's let the ends justify the means. If that end is the truth.
Well, the truth is Ben Ross was murdered.
Yes, but you saw no one before or after.
I saw Ben Ross. This guy was so careful he would shave with gloves on. Step off of a cliff in broad daylight? Come on. Come on, Max, you gave me the go-ahead on this. Why the red flag all of a sudden?
Well, if the names are as big as Ross intimated, the lawsuits will be just as big. When you get to be managing editor, that crosses your mind. Especially when your only source just went over a cliff.
Well, I think he helped me with that before he died. He said she promised him names. I think his source was a woman.
Well, that's pretty thin, Larry.
Yeah, well, thick or thin, I'm gonna go after it. It's all I got. I'm gonna check out every she that Ben Ross talked to or even tipped his hat to for the last 2 months. I'm gonna find her. And if the Chronicle can't pay for my mileage, I'll do it myself.
Like hell you will.
Now, you hired this boy, Max. And if there's no stopping him, I think the Chronicle should afford a little more gas.
Okay. Meanwhile, this goes back. If our new journalist here is right about a murder, I don't want us to be holding material evidence.
Thank you.
Keep an eye on him, Maxim, and keep me posted.
Right.
Oh, Max.
Oh, Barnaby.
Glad I caught you.
What can I do for you? You want to poke through the morgue?
No, I'm looking for one of your reporters. Larry Christopher?
No sooner said. Larry, someone to see you. Drop by later, will you, Barnaby? Gotta grab some lunch and make a delivery.
Sure.
Good to see you.
Larry Christopher?
Yeah, if you're looking for the payment on my rig back there, it's in the mail.
Well, I'm sure the loan company will be happy to hear that. There is something you could do for me. My name is Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
If you took a ledger from Ben Ross's office this morning, you could give it to me.
Wait a minute. That's a little fast, Mr. Jones.
Mrs. Ross and I were packing up Ben's things. The ledger was missing. The secretary said you were the only one in there ahead of us. Did you take it?
Do you mind if I ask you exactly what is your interest in this ledger?
I think we'll get along a lot better if only one of us asks the question. Did you take it?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I did. I picked it up by accident with my camera and my tape recorder. It's already on the way back to the office. Would you tell Mrs. Ross not to worry, please? I hope there's no harm done. Listen, I gotta run. Nice talking to you.
Well, Elliot, when you called, it sounded like old times. That kiss was not like old times.
Now, please, Ruth, let's not start in on that again.
What's less interesting, darling? Yesterday's newspaper or yesterday's love affair?
Must you turn every visit into a confrontation, Ruth?
Well, I see you so seldom. Maybe I'm hungry for some kind of a reaction.
Times change, Ruth.
Don't they, though?
And I don't think I'm treating you too badly. Not every struggling interior decorator lives quite as well as you do.
Oh. I'm suitably appreciative, Elliot, believe me. But I do think you've gotten your money's worth out of the house. And me.
Now, don't be crass, darling. It's beneath you.
My, that's almost flattery. Thank you.
Did you hear about Ben Ross?
I still take your newspaper for old time's sake.
You were a friend of his, weren't you?
Ben Ross was a friend of my brother's, Elliot. They went to school together back east.
Ah. But I remember seeing him here at a couple of parties.
They were your parties, darling, if you'll remember.
Someone said they saw you with Ben Ross a few days before he had his accident.
I might have bumped into him somewhere. I really don't recall. What's all this interest in Ben Ross, anyway?
Oh, there's been talk that he might have committed suicide. I just wonder if he indicated anything to you.
No. No, I mean, I don't even recall seeing him, not for some time, actually.
Ah. Well, it's no matter. I have got to go. Take care. It's she, I'm sure of it.
That's too bad.
This place is a natural target for burglars, Carl. Make it tonight. I don't want her alive anymore and able to talk to anyone else.
Catch Larry Christopher?
I caught him, but he got away.
Well, you know where to find me, eh?
Well, Max, you are a creature of habit. You've been having lunch in this place every day for 20 years.
Almost. What's your interest in Christopher?
I'm interested in a ledger that he took from Ben Ross's desk today.
No? Do you know Ben Ross?
No, but my daughter-in-law, Betty, is a friend of Mrs. Ross, and I'm looking into her husband's death.
Terrible accident. Well, you never know.
Max, don't tell me that they're putting bologna in the Caesar salad now.
What are you angling at, Barnaby?
Your young Christopher told the secretary that he was writing a feature story on Ben Ross, devoted public servant.
So?
Come on, Max. You never handled a day-old story in your life. If you'd had a feature story on Ben Ross in the works, you'd have printed it on page 1, ready or not, the day after he died.
All right, Barnaby. I'll level with you. There could be a big story in the making. I can't tell you anymore.
I have reason to believe that Ross was meeting someone out there where he fell to his death. Now, if your reporter, Christopher, accidentally picked up that ledger from Ross's desk, he could also have been that someone.
Here's the book. I was going to return it after lunch.
I'll save you the trip.
Fair enough. And I'll save you some legwork. You'll promise to keep it to yourself until we know it all.
Max, have you ever known me to unintentionally hurt anybody?
Ben Ross learned from someone. That whole Land Ecological Association was a phony front. Someone wants that land bad. For some other reason.
Who?
Unfortunately, Ross died before his source could tell him.
Was there a woman involved?
Why do you ask?
No reason, but there are some loose ends. Did you notice that somebody tore 3 pages out of this ledger? I wonder who that could have been.
I wouldn't know.
Well, I just hope that your boy Larry isn't covering up more than he's uncovering.
Actually, the Stonehurst Company was asking for a long-term lease on only 9,000 of the 40,000 acres. Flat fee, plus a graduated percentage of the revenues when the place became a ski resort.
What about the Land Ecological Association?
That's where it gets a little fuzzy. They had a corporate charter, but it's now listed as inactive.
They were going great guns about a year ago.
Gangbusters. I was talking to one of the guys I met at the ad agency here, and he said that he figures the association must have spent more than $1 million on advertising and promotion to, quote, save the wilderness for the people.
Was that a bargain?
Well, I talked to one of the girls in charge of circulating petitions and collecting donations, and she said it was a joke.
Jokes have punchlines. What is it?
Well, Barnaby, the punchline is that the people only donated some $30,000 to $40,000 to the association, which means that close to $1 million came from some angel.
You called?
Yes, did Beatrice locate those phone numbers that were on the 3 pages that were missing?
Every one, she says. They have to keep a record for expense auditing. I cross-checked them all.
Suppose you two figure that you can run this office by yourselves, huh?
Ah, what's a team without a coach, right?
Right.
All right, let's check the signals here.
Well, Ben Ross called a lot of miscellaneous numbers, which fortunately Beatrice recognized. And then I marked off 2 of the numbers down here that he called on all 3 days. One is his home, she said.
What's this one?
Well, I would have dialed it, but I didn't want to say the wrong thing, Coach.
Surrounded by relatives here. Daughter-in-law, cousin. What do they call that?
Nepotism.
Good afternoon, Lawson Plaza.
Yes, I was just calling to check this number. Is this 5556765?
This is the switchboard, sir. I intercepted because apparently the workmen at that number have gone for the day.
Well, I was asked to call a party at this number in regard to TV repair.
I never would have thought of that.
Wallace Blood Jones is a natural bias.
Oh, I'm sorry, but the Benningtons haven't moved in their new condominium yet. It's still being decorated. You know, if you call back tomorrow, perhaps one of the workmen there can give you some more information.
Yes, thank you very much. I'll do that. How do you like that?
What?
Ben Ross has been making regular calls to an empty apartment.
I tell you, I don't know any Ben Ross.
Miss Sorrell, would you take a look at these pages, please? I tore these out of Ben Ross's desk ledger. See that number right there? That's the number of the Lawson Plaza. Ben Ross called that number every afternoon at the same time, and he also came to see you there.
That's a lie.
Well, if that's a lie, you better get it straight with the manager of that place, because he's ready to swear that he saw you with Ben Ross several times in the condominium that you were decorating for the Benningtons.
Look, if you're not out of here in 5 seconds, I'm calling the police.
Miss Sorrell, look. I don't have anything against you at all. I'm just trying to get my facts straight for a story. Now, if you call the police, I'll be forced to tell them that perhaps you can explain why Ben Ross was murdered.
Murdered?
Immediate concern for somebody you never even heard of.
Get out.
I'll have to come back. You know that, don't you? If it's not me, it'll be somebody else. There are a lot of questions that need answering here. About the Land Ecological Association and the Stonehurst Company. What does Blue Hill stand for?
Look, I don't understand a word that you're saying.
I know for a fact that Ben Ross got all his information from a woman. You are that woman, aren't you?
Look, if the Chronicle prints a word of the...
I never told you I was from the Chronicle. Only person who knew that was Ben Ross.
I want you out of here now.
It isn't customary to show the units at this hour, but if you'd like to see a model.
Well, I don't think that'll be necessary. My name is Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator.
Oh, no, just a moment.
Take it easy. We're not keyholders.
What?
What my associate means is that we'd like to make an inquiry, a discreet inquiry, as to whether you've seen this man entering or leaving one of your vacant units.
Yes. He came to visit the decorator in the Bennington condominium 3 or 4 times, but I assure you, there is nothing lascivious going on the Lawson Plaza during the day.
I wouldn't bet on it.
You've seen that picture before?
As a matter of fact, not more than 2 hours ago, a young man was here inquiring. I told him the same thing. Miss Sorrell saw this man a few times, professionally, I assure you.
Miss Sorrell, that's the interior decorator?
Ruth Sorrell. Talented, I presume, though her tastes are a bit flamboyant for my liking.
Well, thank you very much. You've been a big help.
This is a nice joint. What do these places usually go for?
Go for?
Well, let's go. Somebody's 2 hours ahead of us.
Hello? Is there anybody there? Is there...
Get some shots of the bedroom where the jewels were taken.
You figure with robbery, Lieutenant?
And dust that whole radio. Just a snap conclusion, Barnaby. The French door in the living room were forced open. The jewel box was rifled. She surprised him. He killed her. Robbery, homicide. You can look around, but don't touch. Until Stan, I want those jewel cases shot in place.
I want to know who was 2 hours ahead of us, Barnaby.
So this is where he came in.
Oh, man, look at this. You get over this with a butter knife.
Don't leave any prints. I don't have to bail you out.
Yeah, they're not going to find any fingerprints here. These second-story guys sleep with their gloves on.
Pretty safe bet that this was not a burglary.
What do you mean? I thought Biddle said the jewel cases were empty.
He also said that the police were alerted by a neighbor who had heard a scream. When the neighbor tried to call here, he got a busy signal.
Well, they got 2 phones off the hook. Maybe he chased her from one room to another.
No, he would never have come in here if Ruth Sorrell had been in the room. You've got to let your mind make pictures for you, J.R.
Okay, it was empty. So he sneaked upstairs. She tried to phone. He surprised her. She ran downstairs, grabbed the phone, and then he carried her upstairs and threw her off the balcony now.
Let's say that he came in this room, took his phone off the hook, knowing that she was upstairs. That's not a jewelry thief. They know the odds.
Meaning they'd risk 1 to 10 years, but will back off if it looks like they're tangling a possible murder.
Someday, J.R., you're going to be a big help to me.
Now that I can picture. That looks like if they were torn from one of those missing pages, right?
Yeah, when we get back to the office, we'll go in the lab and take a look.
What do you want? A little hospitality wouldn't hurt. Hey, what the hell's going on here? First, watch your language. Second, why don't you tell us what's going on here?
Are you awake enough to tell us what you were doing at Ruth Sorrell's house last night?
I don't know any Ruth Sorrell. Wrong.
You tore 3 pages out of Ben Ross's desk ledger.
So, tore 3 pages. Petty larceny. Sue me.
We filled in the phone numbers on the missing pages and traced you to Lawson Plaza.
Which led us to Ruth Sorrell's house, where we found scraps of those pages on her carpet. You're about as hard to follow as a bull through tulips, you know that?
So you have a little something more to worry about than petty larceny.
Try grand theft and murder.
Murder? What are you talking about?
For a newspaper man, you're not exactly newsy. Ruth Sorrell was murdered last night.
And the police would like to know who was with her in that house. Have you got a card we can give them?
Hey, now, wait a minute.
Huh? I think he's waking up.
Max Holt has already told me that you talked to Ben Ross before he died.
Now there's a lady in the morgue. You know, talking to you is murder.
So what do you want?
I want to know everything that you found out about those 40,000 acres that somebody seems very anxious to get their hands on.
Well, this guy, Ben Ross, said that he had an authoritative source who told him that that whole conservation hoopla to keep that ski resort out of those mountains was nothing but a fraud.
Was the source Ruth Sorrell?
I don't know. If she's dead, I may never know. She threw me out of her house last night. And she knew I was a reporter. I didn't tell her that. Hey, who are you calling there?
Police.
Oh, come on. You gotta give me another couple of days.
Not alone, my friend. You're accident prone.
I'm gonna get police permission to take another look at Ruth Sorrell's house. Oh, Lieutenant Biddle, please.
Clean as a whistle. Cops are calling it burglary homicide. They'll hassle offenses for a few days looking for the jewelry, and when it doesn't show up, they'll put the whole thing on the back burner.
You're sure it's all here?
Hey, no way. I wouldn't hold back the Hope diamond if it could pin me to a murder one. I dropped a couple baubles to make it look like a hurry-up job. The rest is all there.
That's a very professional attitude, Carl. I like that.
This ain't exactly amateur night, Mr. Webster. Eliminating people anonymously requires a certain amount of finesse.
Yes. I still think there's one left we must eliminate. Young Larry Christopher is going to keep right on digging. I think we should get rid of him.
That's getting pretty close to home, Mr. Webster. Third killing's gonna bring the percentages way down.
But now we're talking about the real art of finesse, Carl. You see, I have no intention of killing young Christopher, but I think we should bury him.
This lady must have been quite a cook. You should see these menus for all the parties she gave.
Larry, these names mean anything to you? A. Pellegrini, Hoffman, Winan?
No, I told you I was 24 hours short of getting any names from Ben Ross.
Yeah, he was probably invited to the parties but didn't know who everybody was. Here's his name.
Man, they ate classy at this Blue Hill banquet thing. Look at this. Blue Point oysters on the half shell. I guess she thought that harmonized with Blue Hill. Let me see that. Blue Hill. That was the code name of that big mountain in the middle of that whole tract of land.
What do you know?
All right. Leave everything right where it is.
You have a short memory, Lieutenant. We called for permission, remember?
Cuff him. You're under arrest, Christopher.
What for? On what charge?
Suspicion of murder and extortion. Take him out and read him his rights.
Oh, come on. That's ridiculous. Hey, Jones. Is this your idea of a joke?
It's not a joke, Lieutenant.
If you knew anything about this Barnaby, I could lift your license.
We still don't know anything about it.
Your friend there had a neat little sideline to his newspaper career.
Extortion and murder are hardly a sideline.
You're probably right. Snooping around as a newspaper man, he discovered that the late Ruth Sorrell here was having a little affair with one respected public servant, Ben Ross, also lately deceased. He'd been blackmailing him. When they decided to stop paying off and turn him in, he killed them both.
That steely-eyed look, Lieutenant, means you got plenty of evidence.
The Sorrell jewels were just found in Christopher's apartment, along with an envelope containing $10,000 in cash. Now, that's a little much for a cub reporter to have in his piggy bank, wouldn't you say?
Depends on who pointed you at the piggy bank.
Solid gold citizen, Barnaby. None other than Christopher's own boss, Mr. Elliot Webster himself.
Mr. Jones, I'm Elliot Webster.
Hello. Hi, Max.
Barnaby? I take it you've heard the bad news?
Yeah, trouble's fast.
I understand you were investigating the death of Ben Ross, Mr. Jones. This must come as a second shock to his widow. It's a terrible thing. It's terrible.
You told her yet, Barnaby?
No, I thought I'd come over here and sort of pick the bird shot out of the fowl before I delivered it.
Well, the way it looks, your client is just going to have to bite the bullet.
It's incredible. In this day and age, a man paying blackmail to hide a passing indiscretion. Ben Ross, I take it, was of the old school.
Yeah, I guess he was. You know, it's surprising. I understand, Mr. Webster, that it was you who passed along the anonymous phone tip to the police.
Yes? The Chronicle is in the business of truth, Mr. Jones. No matter who gets hurt. I admit I did a lot of soul searching. I didn't want to believe it at first. One of our own people pretending to be working on a big story, duping us all, while he ran his own dirty little extortion racket.
Any idea who the anonymous caller may have been?
No, just some lady who said that she was a friend of that woman who was killed, Ruth Sorrell. Unfortunately, her information turned out to be correct.
It's a strange world, Barnaby.
Yeah, it is. I just don't understand why Larry Christopher would have torn 3 pages out of a book to get in touch with a lady that he was already blackmailing.
Well, the way it looks, he was trying to get rid of any evidence that would tie Ben Ross and Ruth Sorrell together.
Yeah, that's the way it looks. Wonder if that's the way it is. Well, thank you very much.
doesn't add up, Barnaby. Larry Christopher was looking for Ruth Sorrell, just like we were.
So let's go on with your arithmetic lesson.
Ruth Sorrell lived in a $500,000 mansion, entertained like Cleopatra, owned a bushel full of jewelry, which Ben Ross certainly didn't buy for her. That guy was strictly a $2 tie man.
Barnaby, I think you can afford to give J.R. straight A in math. He's absolutely right about her house, though.
Who owns it?
Well, the county records show that the house at that address is owned by a Kenray Corporation. Does that ring any bells with you?
No. J.R., you have just been appointed official bell ringer. Find out everything you can about Kenray Corporation.
Corporate officers, holding subsidiaries, if any, like that?
Like that. That young man that worked for the brokerage office that studied law with you, he could be a big help.
Right.
And keep your eyes open for any reference to something called Blue Hill.
I would have knocked, but I always wanted to catch geniuses at work. Hi, Betty.
Well, Lieutenant, we knew you wouldn't let us down.
This is not voluntary. You had this young Chicago hoodlum of yours call me, making wild threats.
Oh? Jedediah?
I only said that if he didn't want to be so embarrassed, he'd have to take his sick leave now until his pension came up.
I've got it all written down, kid, word for word. Here's a picture of the Sorrell jewels.
Oh, will you look at that?
And the only one who's embarrassed so far is Larry Christopher. We found them in his dresser. Now, would you mind telling me what this is all about?
Lieutenant, I'm not sure that I know myself yet.
Oh, come on, Barnaby.
But if my hunch is right, the key to this whole thing is not who stole those jewels.
What leads you to believe that any of these items were purchased here, Mr. Jones?
Well, I tried a couple of other shops, and then I say to myself, some of these pieces are the best. They could only have come from here.
These two and these three here, they're our work.
By golly, you just can't conceal real artistry. You mind telling me who bought them?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not our policy to reveal the names of our clientele.
Yeah, I can appreciate that, but since there was a murder involved, I'd try to keep the police from barging in and demanding the same information.
Good heavens.
Yeah, it does kind of rattle the chandeliers when that happens.
In strictest confidence, of course.
Of course.
I think I remember something about that.
Something wrong?
Oh, indeed not. The purchase orders were all correct. These items weren't purchased by an individual. They were purchased by a company.
The Kenray Corporation?
How did you know?
Well, that's a company that seems to travel first class. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Barnaby!
What's the matter with your car? What are you doing?
California way to double park. What can I tell you? I learned fast.
You learn anything else fast?
Well, I have been going through corporate structures and annual reports until my eyes burn, and let me tell you, the Kenray Corporation is big, believe me.
What are they into?
Everything from textiles to mining, you name it. I found at least 20 companies they own so far.
Mining?
Yeah, here it is. The Sun Future Mining Company, copper.
Copper? Blue Hill.
I wonder if one of the directors is a guy named Pellegrini. Sound familiar?
Yeah, he was one of the guests at Our Lady's dinner, you know, with the blue points, blue plates, and...
Oh, yeah, the blue plate. Well, it looks like they got a lot more on their plate now, too. My buddy wasn't supposed to tell me this, something about SEC regulations, but there's a rumor that there's going to be a very big copper strike, and the stock is just going crazy.
Yeah, that would support a hefty contribution to the Land Ecological Association.
Wait. Wait till I tell you the best. The Kenray Corporation is also into paper mills and publishing.
Chronicle.
Got it, Coach.
I want you to go right down and fill in Lieutenant Biddle.
Come on, Barnaby, me?
Yes, you, Jedediah. You could use a few brownie points. I want to talk to a man about business of truth.
Grimsley, if you think we can get the new presses on the same floor space, you get me all the cost figures. Mr. Webster? Well, Jones, I didn't know you were this interested in the newspaper business.
Yes, I'm interested in all kinds of business. Newspaper, mining, matter of fact, anything that Ken Ray Corporation is involved with. I'd like you to come down to the police with me and explain it all to Lieutenant Biddle.
What kind of absurd rambling is this, Jones? I'm a very busy man.
Yes, I imagine you are very busy, keeping the truth out of all those pages down there.
Now, that is rubbish, and I don't have to listen to it.
I think you had better listen, Mr. Webster. Ben Ross was murdered because he was getting too close to Blue Hill. That's the mountain of copper that Ken Ray Corporation wants. Ruth Sorrell was murdered in a house that belongs to Ken Ray Corporation. You just had one of your reporters arrested for stealing jewelry that was bought by Ken Ray Corporation, so I think you better come with me.
You meddling fool, you!
So, in order to get Larry out of the way for good, Webster plants 10 grand and the jewelry at his house, blows a whistle on him. You know how police and whistles are.
I suppose you had that all figured out, huh? Barnaby, I want you to keep this guy on a leash.
Ah, the Jedediah part, it's just a puppy dog. It's the Romano part that keeps barking all the time.
I understand that Elliot's driver, Carl Hickman, has been singing his head off.
Yes, he's been trying very hard to make the prison glee club instead of death row. He was ordered to kill Ben Ross and then Ruth Sorrell, Webster's old girlfriend.
When the love affair turned sour, so did she. Let that be a lesson to you, gentlemen. I suppose you have to keep this for evidence, huh, John? Oh, I was just asking her.
Well, Max, I promised you a lot of big names on this story. Do we print it?
That's what they make ink for, kid. When the heads roll, the presses roll. Just spell the names right. Jones is spelled Jones. Come on.
Which reminds me, Lieutenant, I got this ticket for a little California double parking, you see, and I was thinking that because I did you a big favor, you know, the least...
Barnaby?
I never saw this kid before in my life.
Oh, come on, this is serious. Look, what do you say, Lieutenant? I'm just a poor kid from Chicago. You know, I'm a starving future lawyer. I can't afford something like this.
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Shera, with guest stars Patrick O'Neill, Daniel J. Travanti, Mark Goddard, Gerald McRaney. Special guest star James Woods. Tonight's episode, Sins of Thy Father.
Well, I'm glad you could come. You having a good time, Sally?
Hey, Coleman. Did you hear anything yet?
Excuse us. Alex, don't raise your voice like some street hood. You're in the company of some very respectable people. There's bankers, doctors, lawyers, even a judge.
Just worried about the delivery. You should have been here by now.
Don't worry, it'll come. Get yourself a refill while I talk to Danny. That must be pretty good.
Oh, I figured out who the killer was after the first few pages.
Well, why don't you put it down and join the party?
Well, I'm comfortable here, you know.
Yeah, well, maybe you better get your reading done now. You won't have much time for it when you get to Phoenix.
Dad, about Phoenix,
Danny, I don't want to hear about that. I need you there.
You need me to run a laundry? Look, the action is here.
Danny, this isn't some corner hand laundry. It supplies half the linen for the state of Arizona.
Yeah, but somebody's already running it.
Yeah, an outsider, not family. I need someone I can trust. Who can you trust more than a son?
Reeves, telephone.
Besides, Arizona will be good for your asthma. Yes? I'm fine, Andre. You? How's the weather in the Bahamas? Well, you can't beat that. Andre, how's the shipment coming? Good, I was starting to get worried. Yeah, I know where it'll be arriving. My boy will be there. All right, Andre, my love to your wife. Ciao. Vance!
Is that the call you were waiting for?
Yeah, it was Andre. He said that, Danny, why don't you go finish Vince's game for him? Take care of Joanna, huh? You want to take my place, little brother? Huh? Well, just don't wear out me, okay?
What is it? What's up, Pop?
The shipment. It's arriving today.
she's in those smoke clears. I almost nosed over when the wind shifted.
Give it to me.
What about my money?
Cash on delivery.
All right, the both of you, turn around. Put the gun on the ground. Come on, you two.
I'll take that. You're making a big mistake, friend.
That's my car. So call the police. Tell them it was stolen.
Mr. Jones, my husband had been flying since he was 16. I just can't believe he'd back into his own propeller. I don't care what the sheriff's report said.
Well, you know, accidents do happen to the best of us. The fact that he had to put down for an emergency landing...
There's something else, Mr. Jones. Some money. Sam was supposed to have $5,000 on him, but it was missing.
Why was he carrying so much money?
Over the past few months, Sam was hired to fly to the Bahamas by way of Mexico. This was his third trip. He was supposed to get $5,000 in cash for it.
Well, maybe he wasn't supposed to be paid until after the cargo was delivered.
The sheriff said there was no cargo, and Sam didn't leave with any.
Who hired your husband to make these trips?
I don't know. Sam never told me, and nobody's called. Mr. Jones, this is the first time he's done anything like that. But business was so bad. He needed the money just to keep from drowning. Please, Mr. Jones, just look into it for me.
How do I get there?
All right. It was my fault. I should have been there, but something came up.
Yeah, I know what came up. Joanna.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's a little late for that, isn't it? After I've been ripped off for $460,000, money I'm personally on the hook for.
It's their money, so it's their loss.
My job is to get it and wash it, give them good for bad. What happens to the money after it leaves them is my responsibility. Yes. Now the Bahamas again. Yes, Andre. No leads yet. I got my boys working on it.
Good morning.
Good, it's terrible.
What's wrong?
Oh, don't ask me, but your father's angry enough to eat nails.
Maybe he's turning into a goat. Would you mind telling him that I'm here?
I can't. He left strict orders not to be disturbed.
Joanna, I'm sure he meant that for strangers, not for his own son. Why don't you buzz him?
He's on a call. I'll have to wait till he gets off.
Great.
Yeah, I know, Andre. Andre, could you also check it from your end? I mean, whoever hit us knew the exact time and place, so we had to get the information from someplace. All right, I'll be in touch. Red, I want you to get started. Hit the streets. See who's throwing money around. What punk is suddenly paying off his markers.
I'm on it.
And I want you to start checking on our people, starting with Fred. All we have is his word that there was a masked man.
Right, Bob.
Hi.
What are you doing here, Danny?
Well, I just happened to be in the neighborhood, and Joanna said there was some kind of problem. What's happening?
We got hit. The shipment from the Bahamas.
You're kidding me.
Would he kid about that?
Well, who did it?
That's what we're trying to find out.
Is there anything I can do to help, Dad? I mean, maybe I should put off going to Phoenix for a while. You know, at a time like this, families should stick together.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later, Danny.
Man, imagine us getting ripped off like that. You must be losing your touch, Vince.
Sounds like an airplane.
You're bothering me.
I'm Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator. I was hired to see if I could find out the cause of the accident.
Mrs. Fields? I told her she'd be wasting her money. Sam shouldn't have tried to fix it himself.
That's what everybody says. Your name is...
Lewis. Nat Lewis.
Mr. Lewis, this is my associate, Jedediah Jones. He's a flyer. He was a pilot in Vietnam. I brought him out here to kind of help me sort out the questions and answers about the airplane. I was in the cavalry myself.
Kind of questions?
Well, why was it necessary for Mr. Fields to make an emergency landing?
I really don't know.
And you found nothing wrong with the plane?
No. That doesn't mean Sam wasn't having some kind of trouble.
What kind of trouble might it have been?
The engine could have been leaking oil.
Is that sensible, J.R.?
No. There'd be traces of oil all over this thing. It's as dry as a bone. All right, the engine could have been overheating. Might have had a plugged fuel line. He could have unplugged it.
That possible?
It's possible. It's not likely. Look, I don't know. I'm just guessing. All I know is the plane's okay now. All it needs is a new prop. I'm gonna call Mrs. Fields and tell her that now. She can send somebody down to pick the plane up.
Oh, have you any idea who hired Mr. Fields to make that Bahama run? Or what kind of cargo he was carrying?
Nope. He never told me. I never asked. Barnaby, the closest I ever got to a plane in Vietnam was when they flew us over there.
Yeah, I know. But sometimes when you're dealing with somebody you think might be a horse thief, it's a good idea to try to convince him that you know a thing or two about horses.
Makes sense to me. What is that?
Looks like a burned-out smoke flare.
There's another one. Now, why would a pilot light a smoke flare if he's already landed?
Maybe he didn't. Maybe somebody on the ground did, so that the pilot could gauge his wind direction before he landed.
Hello?
Vince, it's Nat.
What do you want, Nat?
There's a private detective asking questions about Fields. I ran into him at the plane.
What'd you tell him?
Nothing. But even in a pilot with him to check things out, I don't like it, Vince.
What's his name?
Jones. Barnaby Jones.
All right, Nat. You just find me another pilot. Let us take care of Jones.
My guess is that your husband was being paid to smuggle something or someone into the country. It's the only reason I can figure for a secret meeting.
Sam wouldn't do anything like that. Not knowingly.
Did he have any new friends or acquaintances that you were suspicious of?
No.
Find out anything in the files?
Just the names of the people for whom Mr. Fields has worked over the past few years. Small companies, mostly, wanting something delivered in a hurry. But J.R. called.
You have any information on that, Lewis?
He left town last night, went back home to St. Louis. J.R. checked him out, found he had served a prison sentence some years ago. He had been a pilot, but his license was taken away when he was convicted.
Convicted of what?
Smuggling.
What was your husband's relationship with Nat Lewis?
Nat just did some work for Sam on occasion. Although
what?
I remember something strange happened shortly before Sam's first trip to the Bahamas. Nat called one evening and asked Sam if he'd meet him for a drink. I thought it was odd when Sam said he'd go. Sam never was much of a drinker, and especially with someone like Nat.
You ask him about that?
Yes, but he never really gave me an answer. He just said it wasn't important. They met several times after that.
Where did they meet?
Always at the same place. A bar called the Flight Line Club. I think Nat hangs out there.
You saying I'm to blame for what happened? All I'm saying is that someone shot his mouth off about the delivery.
Then maybe it was you to your girlfriend.
Easy. All right. That's enough. Both of you. I trust everybody at this table. If I didn't, they wouldn't be here.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were having a meeting, you know.
It's okay, Danny. We're just about finished. You eat yet?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, grab yourself some turkey.
Buy yourself some new threads, little brother?
Oh, yeah, I thought I'd change my image a little, you know, add some color.
Pretty sharp. Hey, I'm gonna have to watch my step with Joanna, right?
Right.
All right, Andre called me a while ago. They're sending us another $500,000 to handle.
When?
It's coming through Mexico late tonight. You get somebody down there?
There and back by early morning.
What about a field?
Well, there's that old ranch property we took over in the North Valley. No one goes there anymore.
Okay. All right. Gentlemen, looks like we're back in business.
It's more like it.
I hope everything goes all right this time, Colm.
I do too, Alex, for all our sakes.
Think they bought it?
Hook, line, and sinker. All we have to do now is set the bait and see what we catch.
It's 8 o'clock. I haven't got all night.
Don't worry, he's coming.
You better.
Oh, come on, seriously, when do you get up for?
Way past your bedtime, Junior.
No, those are initials. It's J.R. They're separate, not together.
If you say so.
You know, it's pretty dangerous for a beautiful little chickie like you to go home by yourself. You know that, don't you?
That's what my boyfriend says. So he always picks me up.
That's your boyfriend?
No, that's Vince.
Vince. Vince Rockwell, the test pilot?
No, Vince Reeves. He has something to do with investing money.
Well, you can't say I didn't try, right?
Right.
Vince Reeves. That name mean anything to you?
No, but Coleman Reeves does. That's his father. He's president of Capricorn Investment Corporation.
There's a strong rumor going around that they launder money for the syndicate's gambling operations.
So you think that's what Fields has been smuggling in from the Bahamas, gambling money?
Jedediah, I'm happy to observe that although you were reared in a big city, it hasn't clouded your mind any.
It's the pilot I told you about, Jim Cape.
Nat, look, I'm not too sure about this thing.
Look, I told you, it's a piece of cake.
Nat? Weren't you going someplace?
Yeah, St. Louis, a couple of weeks. You know where to reach me.
Sit down. Now, what is it you're not sure of? Well, I just never did anything like this before. Well, what did Nat tell you you had to do? Fly to the Bahamas via Mexico, pick up a package. Well, he's wrong, Kate. There's been a change in plans. Let's go.
Why don't you follow them and see if you can find out who the new man is?
Right.
Your name Fred?
That's right.
You got some money for me?
As soon as you hand me that case. Hold it! Right there. Now throw away the gun. Far away. Now turn around. Not nice and slow. Now bring me the case. Hand it over. Hold it! Drop the gun!
You want to know about Vince Reeves, Barnaby? Well, I'll tell you. Among other things, he was found dead this morning.
How did it happen?
Shot through the chest. A hiker found the body.
Any idea who did it?
Somebody who didn't like him, which means we've got our work cut out for us.
I see you have been questioning some of Vince's associates.
Well, the ones we could locate. It's amazing how many of them suddenly were called out of town. We did talk to his father, though, and his girlfriend, Joanna Morgan.
They tell you anything?
Not even the time of day.
What about this Fred Bender? He was Vince's right-hand man, bodyguard, gopher. You talk to him?
Can't find him. Nowhere. And believe me, we looked.
That's interesting. It seems to me if anyone would have been close to Vince at the time, would have been Bender.
That's exactly what we've been thinking. What's your interest in this?
Case I'm working on. Somehow I had the feeling that Vince was a key piece of the puzzle.
And now?
Now I'm more convinced than ever. And that Bender knows where the piece fits. You mind if I look for him myself?
Make any difference if I did?
I always feel better when I have your blessing, Lieutenant.
You just tell me if you find him.
You'll be the first to know.
Why, Vince? Everything I ever did was for him.
Dad. I know how much Vince meant to you. He was my brother. I loved him, too. But you see, he's gone now, and we've got to learn how to manage without him. Pop. I know I can't take Vince's place. But I'm your son, too. And I just thought if you just gave me a chance, just let me show you what I could do. I promise you, I won't let you down. My place isn't in Phoenix anymore, Pop. It's here. It's with you.
You're right, Danny. You're right. You're all I've got now.
I'll get it.
Danny.
Joanna, come in.
Oh, Danny, what am I going to do?
Everything will be all right. You'll see.
I loved him so much.
I know, but you'll get over it. Now, let me help you, Joanna. I'll help you.
Pilot's name is Jim Cave. This place is owned by his aunt. Moved into number 10 a few hours ago.
Oh, my hat is off to you, Jedediah. How'd you find him again after you lost him last night?
Marianne? The waitress at the flight line. She used to go out with him. She remembered his aunt. I checked it out.
I thought that her boyfriend picked her up after work every night.
Well, it's a funny thing about that, Barnaby. See, when they left the bar last night, they found out that they had a flat tire. Needless to say, this got him extremely upset. Took it out on Marianne. She stormed off by herself,
And you just happened to be there.
Do you have any luck finding Nat Lewis?
Well, no, I'm afraid that our mechanic has left town.
Yeah, what is it?
Jim Cave?
What do you want?
My name is Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator. I'd like to talk to you about Vince Reeves.
I don't know anybody by that name.
That's funny. You were with him last night at the Flight Line bar.
Let me take the chain off the door.
Cover the back. Now, let's just talk.
Look, I don't know anything.
Well, you must know something. You were with Reeves and Lewis last night. Or would you rather talk to the police?
Reeves hired me to pick up something.
What?
A suitcase.
From the Bahamas?
That's what Nat told me, only when I met with this Reeves, he told me there'd been a change in plans.
What kind of a change?
After Nat left, Reeves told me all I had to do was fly from Santa Monica to a spot in the North Valley. There'd be this guy named Fred there, and I was to hand the suitcase to him.
And he'd give you $5,000.
Yeah, that's right, only that's when everything started going crazy.
How crazy? What do you mean?
All of a sudden, there's this guy hiding in the bush, and he orders Fred to throw away his gun and hand over the suitcase.
What did he look like?
I don't know. He's wearing a ski mask and carried a sawed-off shotgun. Fred didn't give him any argument.
Then what happened?
Well, the guy took off in the woods, and Fred took off after him, and then I saw Reeves sneaking around through the woods, too. That's when I made like a bird and got out of there. How'd you guys find me, anyway?
Well, that's not important. The thing is that we found you, and if we can find you, they can find you.
What can I do?
I think you ought to come down to police headquarters and tell your story to Lieutenant Biddle. He'll arrange protection for you. What do you say?
Do I have any choice?
Not if you enjoy living.
I've got it. I knew there was something different about you. Your glasses.
Oh, well, they're resting in the bottom of Benedict Canyon. I threw them away driving over here.
And you made it without hitting anyone?
Contacts. I've had them for a long time, but I just never really wore them.
Why not?
Well, I guess when you feel you're born with 2 left feet, I don't know, you just don't bother with the way you look. Are you sure you don't want one of these?
Oh, no thanks. But there's something else, too. You seem more sure of yourself. Even Vince noticed it. He wondered what made the change.
You did? That's the truth, really.
What did I have to do with it?
Just being the way you are.
I'm nothing special, Danny.
Yes, you are. You're something special to me. You know, I remember the first time that Vince brought you over to the house. I watched you the whole night. I couldn't take my eyes off you, and I just thought that Vince was the luckiest man in the world.
That's very sweet, Danny.
Joanna, I know that this probably isn't the right time, but I want you to know that I love you, and if you just give me a chance...
Danny, let's just wait and see what happens.
I'll get it. Hello?
Looks like you won all the marbles.
Fred?
That's right, Junior. Surprised to hear from me?
Yeah, we wondered what happened to you, you know? We were really kind of worried about you.
You know what happened, Junior? You were the one who ripped me off, caused me to kill Vince.
What are you talking about?
I caught the license number on the car you were driving. It was rented to somebody named Bart Regan, but I talked to the dealer, Danny, and he described you to a T.
Well, if you believe that, why don't you talk to my father?
He'll never forgive me for blowing away Vince. And I got a better idea.
Well, what?
You're going to give me $100,000, and I'm going to disappear for good.
Say that again?
You are going to give me $100,000, and I'm going to disappear for good.
What if I don't?
Then I'll take my chances with your old man. You decide, Junior.
Where do I meet you?
You just get the money ready. And stay by that phone tomorrow at noon. You got that?
Yeah, I got it.
Trouble?
What? Oh, no. Nothing I can't handle.
Mr. Reeves, there's a guy outside who says his name is...
Jones, Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator, Mr. Reeves.
I told you to wait in the hall.
Well, I figured I'd save you the worry of a round trip.
It's okay, Joe. What can I do for you, Mr. Jones?
Well, Mr. Reeves, I came over in hopes that you might be able to give me some idea of who killed your son.
I've already told the police. I don't know. Now, what's your interest in Vince's death?
I'm investigating the murder of a pilot, Sam Field, and I was struck by certain similarities in his death and the death of your son.
What sort of similarities?
Well, location, for one thing.
Both murders took place at isolated landing sites, and both men were apparently involved in some sort of a scheme to smuggle in something from the Bahamas.
The Bahamas?
Yes, according to the pilot, Jim Cabe, there were last-minute changes. He was told to fly his airplane in from Santa Monica.
Who told him this?
Your son, Vince. So I'm led to believe that there was some kind of a trap to catch a man wearing a ski mask, but the trap backfired.
Well, I'm afraid, Mr. Jones, you've let your imagination run away with you. As for how my son was killed, as far as I know, it could have been a hunter.
With a .38, Mr. Reeves?
I think you better go, Mr. Jones.
Oh, yes, of course. I don't like to overstay my welcome. Oh, by the way, Mr. Reeves, I understand you're looking for a Fred Bender? So am I.
He's just trying to feel you out, Pop. He doesn't know anything.
Doesn't know anything. About the only thing he doesn't know is who the man in the ski mask was, which means Bender was telling the truth. There was a man in a mask who took our money.
Does look that way, doesn't it?
Our biggest worry now is Jones. He's much too close. We're gonna have to do something about him, Danny.
Hello?
You got the money, Junior?
Yeah, I got it.
You know the old bottling plant on Commerce and 3rd?
I'll find it.
Park your car in the back and walk to the door in the alley. I'll be waiting inside. And, Junior, if you don't come along, you're dead.
If you ask me, this Fred Bender's been taking disappearing pills.
You're not holding me up for more money, are you, Jules?
Barnaby, how can you suggest that? I said I'd keep my ears open, and they're open. I just haven't heard anything yet.
Well, keep listening. Must be somewhere. What owe you for the shine?
$10.
Hold it! Far enough, Junior, right there where I can see you. You got the money? I said I did. It's right in here, see? It's $100,000. Just like you asked. I gotta hand it to you, Junior. Ripping off your father like that, I never thought you had the guts. Yeah, well, maybe I have guts, Bender, that I haven't even bothered to use yet.
Put it down, Danny. I said put it down. The boys found him for me over an hour ago. He told us the whole story.
Danny, will you tell me why?
I just wanted to be somebody, that's all.
You're my son. I loved you.
Well, that wasn't enough.
What more did you want?
Respect, Pop. I wanted respect. You think you get that by stealing from me? No, not by stealing. I wanted to show you that I could do something on my own. I didn't want your money. I was going to give it back to you. I thought that maybe afterwards, you and Vince and me, we could sit around and have a good laugh about it.
Well, you got your brother killed.
You think I wanted that to happen? That was an accident. Look, you listen to me. Okay. All my life, all I ever wanted from you was for you to feel about me the way you did Vince. That's all.
Danny, I loved you both the same.
The difference was you also respected him. And I had to live with that all my life. Now, I guess you couldn't help it. But it hurt me. It hurt me a lot.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't treat you the way I should have.
Pop, listen to me. Was it asking too much? What was it? Was it the world?
No, Danny, it wasn't asking too much.
Will you give me a second chance to prove myself?
Prove what?
You know, that Detective Jones, you said yourself he was getting too close. Just let me take care of him. Give me a chance to make you proud, please.
Barnaby Jones' office. May I help you?
Barnaby there? This is Jules.
Yes, Jules. Just a second. Barnaby, it's Jules.
Yeah?
Barnaby, I finally got a line on where Fender's hiding out.
Where?
You know the old bottling plant on Commerce and 3rd?
I can find it.
Well, there's a side door near the back of the building. He's in there.
Thanks, Jules.
Barnaby, I still think you ought to wait and take JR with you.
There may be 50 ways to get out of that place. And Bender might spot me before I ever get in. No use making things tougher than they are.
Bender? Bender couldn't make it today, Mr. Jones.
Well, looks like I'm a day late and $1 short.
Your gun. Just throw it over there.
At least I have the satisfaction of knowing that I've been on the right track.
I'll put it on your tombstone.
Just one question. Who was that in the ski mask, and why do I have the feeling that it was you?
Drop it, Jones.
Pop, you still didn't trust me?
Yeah, lucky for you, I didn't. I get that gun.
You don't think I'd be foolish enough to come out here alone, do you? By now, Lieutenant Biddle has his whole plant surrounded.
Oh!
I think families ought to stick together.
Get them downtown and book them.
You just leave everything to me. You got that, Danny?
Sure, Pop. After all, where would I be without you?
That's the trouble with young people today. They don't appreciate what you try to do for them. And I told Betty that I was going to handle this by myself.
Oh, you're talking about me, Barnaby? I thought you just meant Betty.
That's another problem with today's youth. They don't listen. Come on, I'll buy you a glass of milk.